You know the scene, right? The dazzling lights, those triumphant sounds, the blur of the spinning reels on a slot machine. They really seem like just simple games of chance, but there's some seriously deep psychology at play here. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and show you exactly how these machines are engineered to shape your perception.
So let's just dive right into the heart of it with this one question. Why is it that a spin on a slot machine, one that actually loses you money, can somehow still feel like a win? It's a fascinating question, and the answer is this incredible illusion that's built into the very core of the machine's design.
And to really get that answer, we have to kind of reframe what a slot machine actually is. Because it's not just a game. It's something way more immersive than that.
And that right there is the key. You have to think of it less as a game and more as a carefully, meticulously constructed sensory environment. Every single thing you see and hear is there for a very specific reason, to manage your entire experience of winning and losing.
And this environment is always active. With every single spin, the machine gives you this perfectly synchronized package of motion, color, sound, and feedback. And these things aren't just for show. They are functional tools designed to keep you engaged, no matter what the actual outcome is.
Okay, so now let's see how this whole sensory environment creates the main psychological trick of modern slots, this illusion of winning while you're losing. There's actually an official term for this, a loss disguised as a win, or LDW for short. And this is what happens when the machine just erupts in celebration. The lights, the sounds, the animations, but it's for a payout that's actually smaller than the amount you bet on that spin.
This comparison just breaks it down perfectly. Look, on the left, you've got the financial reality. You bet $1, you got 50 cents back. That's a net loss of 50 cents. It's simple math. But then, on the right, you have the sensory reality. You get celebration music, flashing lights, animated coins. Your brain is getting all the signals of a win, even while your wallet is taking a hit.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The presentation overwhelms the math. That flashy, exciting presentation is specifically designed to completely overpower the cold, hard numbers. You end up remembering the feeling of winning, not the reality of losing.
So how exactly is this illusion built? Let's deconstruct the specific tools that these machines are using to create such a powerful effect.
Sound is, maybe, the most powerful tool of all. See, it completely bypasses our rational brain and just hits us on a purely emotional level. It triggers dopamine, which is the brain's reward chemical. It's classic operant conditioning, really, where those high-pitched dings and jingles act like rewards that reinforce the one behavior that matters most, hitting that spin button again.
Then there's motion. The reels don't just spin anymore. They bounce, they expand, symbols get highlighted. All this visual activity creates this feeling of momentum, of progress. It makes what is essentially a dead spin feel alive and full of potential, even when the math says it's worthless. And of course, there's color. It is absolutely no accident that wins are always paired with bright, warm, exciting colors. High-contrast visuals grab your eye and direct your attention right to the celebratory outcomes, while the losses, well, they're often presented with much softer, less noticeable visuals. Your focus is literally being steered. But what happens when all of that carefully crafted sound and motion just stops? This brings us to a surprisingly important element: silence. Because in this kind of sensory overload environment, the absence of stimulation is just as intentional as its presence. When the machine finally goes quiet, that's when the illusion shatters.
In the language that a slot machine speaks, it's a very simple equation. Silence equals failure, period. There's no celebration, no sounds or lights to mask the outcome. A silent spin is a true, undeniable loss.
And here's why that is so crucial. When a loss feels real, it makes you pause, it makes you think. It creates a moment of reflection. And all that constant noise and motion from the disguised wins, it's all specifically designed to minimize those moments of reflection and just keep you in the flow of the game.
So, understanding all of this isn't about learning some secret way to beat the machine. No, it's about something way more valuable. It's about arming yourself with awareness.
Let's be super clear here. Knowing how all these sensory tricks work is not going to change the mathematical odds of the game one bit. But what it does change is your awareness of the other game that's being played, the one that's being played on your perception.
And this awareness, it gives you back control. you can start to identify those disguised losses for what they actually are: losses. You can try muting the sound to break some of those emotional triggers. And you can recognize how the whole experience is engineered from the ground up to keep you playing for longer than you might have planned.
So the next time you see a slot machine, just remember, those lights and sounds aren't just entertainment, they're tools. Because at the end of the day, slots don't just play sounds, they play you.